Hello, accountability buddies. I'm Les, and this is another episode of Less is More Healthy, coming to you from the car as I head into work. And I want to do a little check in about my weekend, what I did and didn't do. Also, a discussion about reaping the consequences of my actions, fucking around and finding out in the most benign way possible. Um, all right, so let's talk about my initial plans that I had laid out for this weekend. So, Friday, I had a half day. My workplace is being pretty cool this summer, and again, doing um, a lot of Fridays as scheduled as half days, which I'm pretty stoked about and have been really enjoying so far. It's super nice to have only have to take 4 hours of PTO to take the day off and all that fun stuff. So, anyway, my initial plan was to do like a medium sized ride after work, and then Saturday do a longer, actually, no, Saturday was going to be a day off because I was supposed to visit a friend, and then Sunday I was going to do a longer ride. And things ended up being a little different than my initial plans for a few reasons. Um, Now, on Friday, yes, we had a half day, but I felt like shit. I felt like absolute crap, and it was a problem of my own making. So this goes back to Thursday. So Thursday, I had a really long day at work, and my partner texted me and asked me to pick up dinner. Now, normally when that happens, what I do is I stop and I get a salad and an easy chicken, which is what I call it, a rotisserie chicken. We have rotisserie chicken and salad. Super, super easy pickup meal, pretty inexpensive, also healthy, right? Um, but it was late, and I was making the turn into Market Basket, and I saw the purple and white sign of Taco Hell, and I became a victim of marketing. And so I went to Taco Hell, and I got a Crunchwrap Supreme that had a giant um, Cheeto inside. And I got the same thing for my partner as well as a frozen lemonade thing. And now, this would have been fine if I had gone for a ride that day. This would have been fine if I'd gone for a longer ride the day before. Now, there are some things that I've noticed consistently with my blood sugars um, that happen after particularly long rides. So, like a 5 mile ride, I'm good for a few hours. I'm good during the ride. For a 10 mile ride, I'm pretty good for the evening. 20 miles and up, I'm good for 24 hours. My body knows what to do with carbs during a ride and after certain rides of certain lengths, right? I had not taken a ride the day before that, and I hadn't gone for the ride that I'd intended that day. So, also we'd been having like a massive heat wave and it was brutally hot. So, a frozen drink seemed like a good idea. It was not a good idea. It was a bad idea. It was a bad idea all around, and I did it anyway. And as I was eating, I was like, this is a bad idea. Kept eating anyway, and I paid for that on Friday. I woke up Friday. First off, I didn't sleep well. Anytime my blood sugars are screwed up, I don't sleep well. I know this. I know this in advance. So I didn't sleep well, and I woke up and I was groggy, cranky, irritable, and just generally not in a good space. So, um, I ended up um, getting through my 4 hour workday, and then immediately went and took a nap. And so, what was going on is that because my blood sugars had spiked so high the night before, my blood sugar was uneven for the next 24 hours. Friday was pretty miserable in terms of getting my blood sugar stabilized and, going from there. It was a bad choice. I knew it was a bad choice going into it. And so that just threw Friday off. So Friday happened, and then I heard from my friend, and he'd had some travel issues. So we ended up not getting together on Saturday. So um, I ended up riding from my place um, out to Marblehead and around Marblehead. And that did include part of the East Coast Greenway. And, I did an 18-mile ride. And that felt really good. The 18-mile ride, I kind of feel like 15 to 20 miles now just feels like a regular ride. And that's a pretty good place to be right now in this sort of my journey of fitness and health. And having the reminder before that I need to treat my body better, I need to continue to eat properly, that a reminder to myself that just because my blood sugars are even and stable during a ride, I'm not in the same place I was last September, where, I was riding 25 miles every other day, and my body just consistently knew what to do with carbs. So that was a gentle reminder to myself to be a little more careful with my body and what I'm putting into it. Um, so yeah, so that's been going on. And I'm not riding my bike to work today. I had thought about it. It's already in the low 80s. It's supposed to be in the mid 80s today. It's also been super humid. But the reason I didn't ride on Sunday is because we had tornado watches all over the state, or the area of the state that I live in. So it started out with like big thunderstorm warnings, and then tornado warnings in the majority of the area where I ride. So I just decided to stay in, do some chores around the house, get some stuff done around the house, and not go for a ride. So I'm kind of missing going for multiple rides over the weekend, um, and paying the consequences for my Thursday night food shenanigans on Friday. Um, and it's also like, this is also a reminder for me that when my blood sugar spikes that high, it is something that takes a while for my body to come down from. And this is something that I found consistently. And I don't know if this is something that other people with type 2 diabetes find as well. But it's really it's harsh and difficult to deal with in terms of like what is happening with my body. Like, it's not just an immediate bounce back from a spiked blood sugar. That's not how this works. It doesn't immediately bounce back and even out the next day. I can sleep off the spike in blood sugars, but the sleep that I get isn't quality sleep. It's not great. And so I'm just reminding myself to take it easy on the food front, continue to um, feed my body well, and make note of that sort of stuff, because it is important to continue to fuel my body in a way that is helpful and not going to hinder me. Because having taco hell definitely hindered my body and hindered what I was able to do the next day. And I do think that there is probably, I wonder what would happen if I had gone for a ride that day instead of taking a nap. But honestly, my body, here's a couple of things that happened. So I, the day after I have a huge blood sugar spike, and we're talking like over 200, probably, I didn't test, but probably in the 250 to 300 range easily. When I have a day like that, the next day, I have super low energy. My motivation is really, really low. Sometimes I have stomach problems, digestive issues, um, queasiness. These are all things, that can happen from anything. But, you know, it's not easy to like deal with these things. And I learned my lesson, and hopefully it's a lesson that sticks for the rest of this summer. And I don't have to have another day where I'm really super low energy and lethargic and have no motivation and I'm super cranky. Um, so yeah. So anyway, I feel better today. It's 3 days out, 4 days out um, from having a massive blood sugar spike. And other than like beating myself up a little bit for not getting on my bike yesterday and doing like a short ride, I'm feeling pretty good mentally and looking forward to getting on my bike this afternoon. Um, Fortunately, today is going to be a straight up 9 to 5 day. And I um, I will be hopefully able to ride down, hit the farmer's market, maybe get some nutritious food at the farmer's market. And God, there's nothing like fresh veggies, right? Um, so anyway, looking forward to the farmer's market today in my city, and the fact that I'm going to be able to get out and get to it. So anyway, I've blathered on long enough about fucking around and finding out, and about the consequences of massive blood sugar spikes that are my own making. Anyway, thanks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.